life is kind of a hot mess right now. I lost all motivation to go to the bookstore. I'm taking a step back, cutting most of them off. Recently, I found a collection of videos from back in September where I was in my lowest low dealing with loneliness, betrayal, and procrastination. After watching those videos, for some reason, I thought it would be a great idea to share that part of my life on the internet. Okay, for some context, back in August, I was dealing with some drama with my neighbor friend group and I was feeling excluded. To protect my mental space, I cut them off. But on this day, it seems like I was really feeling the void and the loneliness of being alone. Will she overcome the hardship? Let's watch the video together to find out. Hi people on the internet. I'm gonna film a vlog right now. I don't even know if this thing is actually gonna be edited and posted. I don't know what I'm doing. It is 8:16 a.m. right now on a Saturday. Maybe you're like, who wakes up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday? I woke up at 3 a.m. this Saturday because I fell asleep at 7 yesterday and I've just been on my phone scrolling, doing nothing until now when I wanted to take a nap, but I can't. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna take today as a time for myself. My room is really messy right now. I have not cleaned it for ages. I have like a laundry pile, but my laundry basket is occupied because the new clothes that I finished running last week is still in the laundry basket right now that I didn't fold yet. And I just like had a fight with my roommate. My roommate and my neighbors crossed my boundaries, so I'm gonna be moving out by the end of this month. But at the same time, I didn't pack yet and I'm not super sure where I'm moving to next, even though I vaguely have an idea. In short, my life is kind of a hot mess right now, and I was actually on the crisis line at 5 a.m. this morning because I had a crisis and I don't know how to deal with it. I just have a shit ton of things to do, but I have no motivation because I have no plans with people because I realized that the people that I surrounded myself with in the past is kind of toxic. So I'm taking a step back, cutting most of them off. I am part of like a play that's in theaters actually tomorrow. It's like a stage reading, so it's more low-key. I'm doing sound design for the play and I should meet up with the director sometime this evening or this afternoon to talk about cues, and I have absolutely like not finished it. I'm like not ready to go over the cues. I'm like a hot mess. But if you've seen my room, you're gonna know that this is not working. I need to get ready to move out, but honestly I should focus more on what is coming up right next, which is the play. And in addition to that, I also haven't been working out consistently. My boyfriend is out of town, so I can't really call him whenever I have a crisis, which is like a lot. It's just like a lot to like get through, and it's like very draining because I feel like I've been surrounded by people like this last year, but at the same time I'm not super sure how genuine those people are. I've had so many ups and downs. Like when I'm feeling good, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like self-care. I'm taking time for myself. At the bad times, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so lonely. No one loves me. No one likes me. But yeah, as I'm filming this, I realized I probably should take some time for myself and just do all the shit I need to do. But I think like as of right now, I'm gonna set a 15-minute timer to clean up as much of the room as possible, and then set another 15-minute timer to toss out as many trash as possible. The thing with our apartment is that our apartment is here, the elevator is here, and the trash chute is all the way on the other side, so it's really far away, and that like adds to a lot of friction in tossing out trash, and I'm like really lazy to toss out trash, and so is my roommate, so no one tosses out trash. Our apartment like literally stinks and there's some flies flying around in the kitchen right now, so I'm just gonna clean up my room and then like toss out trash. It's already 10, but it's okay. I'm gonna go to Starbucks right now and try to finish the sound cues. And if I have some time, I really want to read for a little bit, but I'll see if I have time to do that. Okay, so I realized that this part of the footage is confusing, but basically I was browsing YouTube and listening to a bunch of sound effects and picking the ones that fits the theme of the play the most. Then I import them into an app called QLab and do some very rudimentary editing, such as cutting and adjusting volumes. This was my second time ever doing sound cues, so if you're a pro, please let me know how you approach this work.
Okay, so I'm walking home from Starbucks right now because it's already 11:30 and I still didn't finish my sound cues even though I've been working on it the whole time while I was there. The director of the play told me that she wants us to meet together at 2 p.m. at the theater to go over all the sound cues. But it's already 11:30 and I'm really hungry. I really wanted to eat out, but since I'm moving out of my place in like 2 weeks and I still have a shit ton of food at home, I have to go home and cook my already expired noodle while continue working on my sound cues. This shit is taking longer than I thought.
So the time is 2:30 right now. I fell into a rabbit hole after eating lunch of watching YouTube videos. I watched a shit ton of them. I had fun watching them, so I don't regret spending my time on it. I did also finish my sound cue very last minute. My meeting time with the director and the stage manager got changed to 3 p.m. because I had an hour extra time. I was able to finish it just now, like it's 2:30. I wouldn't say it's like completely finished, but I think every cue has its own like rough draft of it already before I do more work. I'm gonna check with the director to see if she wants more work. I'm dressing up a little because tonight I might go see a movie by myself. I wasn't planning on going to the theaters tonight, but then one of the girls that I found online, we saw a movie together last week and she said she bought the tickets to one of the movies going in theaters right now and she can't make it anymore. So she literally like gave me the movie ticket. So I think I'll be able to go see a movie. And especially because the movie ticket is free, I'm like, why not? You know? It's a sign that I should go and take this time for myself. By the way, it shouldn't be that cold in Seattle right now, but for some reason I'm just feeling so cold. So I'm putting out my warmest winter jacket. She would later find out that wearing the jacket was probably the best idea.
Oh my gosh, look at my glasses. My coat is also drenched. I hate the rain. It makes sliming so much more difficult. Anyways, I'm here.
Hi, it's me again. You might be asking, why am I here, back in the room? I thought you were supposed to go out, go to theater, finish all the sound cues, and then go watch the movie by yourself. But no, I'm back because theater ended early. Movie is not gonna start until 7, but our sound cue checks finished at around 5. So I had a 2-hour gap. My original plan was to go find a cafe, sit down, read for 2 hours until the movie starts. Maybe get some ice cream in the middle. That did not happen. And why that didn't happen is after theaters, I was sending my Snapchats and I realized that some of my friends, I saw them going on a hike and where's the invite? I did not get the invite. What actually hurt me the most is because I think I'm known as like the hiker in the group because no one else really hikes. I'm usually the one initiating this. So people know that I am into hiking and no one asked me. I always make sure to take the initiative to ask them to go on hiking and stuff. But yeah, I never got the invite and I'm feeling sad. This is not the first time that I got triggered from Snapchat. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me because I'm starting to realize that I kind of don't fit into this group. People don't invite me to stuff and sometimes even when there is like a big group event, I just feel like left out and alone. And I don't know why I still hang out here. Probably because they're the first people that I've met in Seattle. And at this point, I'm a little bit tired to meet new people. So sometimes I still cling on to the old group I have, even though I know that they don't really like me. And sometimes I don't want to be part of that either because honestly, to me, some of the hangouts feel really boring. But yeah, I don't know. I was just feeling bad. So like I lost all motivation to go to the bookstore and just read. I just came home, scrolled a little bit, watched some videos, took a small nap. I really didn't feel like going to the movie because all the information kind of hit me at once and I felt like really lonely. I was this close to going to the mountain by myself and just hike by myself, like even though the sun is about to set and I might just like die if I go hiking right now, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm gonna go watch the movie by myself because I believe that I need to be comfortable with myself first, and I'm trying to do that. Honestly, I have no idea what the movie is gonna be about since I wasn't the one buying the ticket. I didn't read any synopsis. I'm just going because it's a free ticket. But yeah.
I was so angsty in that video. But looking back, I still remember that every Instagram story, Snapchat, or B-Reel post would trigger my FOMO and remind me of the fact that I wasn't invited to anything at all, which made me feel really sad and lonely. And ultimately, the sadness turns into madness, and I'm like,
I'm never gonna talk to them again. I think this was a very passive aggressive way to react to triggers in life, but I'm still in the process to trying to be less passive aggressive and take on a more positive outlook in life. However, I think I should have done a social media cut earlier to prevent things like this to start happening. Currently, I am off BeReal and Instagram and Snapchat, just almost all of the social media, and I think it really helped with my mental space. Anyways, let's jump back to my vlog. So now I'm at the movie theater.
I got myself some popcorn.
I'm done with the movies. Honestly, the movie, I don't know. It's like an interesting movie, but at the same time, I feel like it's not like my go-to type of movie, but you know, it's free and I feel like it's fun to always like get free movie tickets. And also last time I went to the same theater, I actually lost my cap. So I'm so happy that the people there were able to find this from the Lost and Found, and I got my cap back. So at least that's the good thing. And actually, I feel like I got my self-confidence back, so I'm feeling really good right now. And I decided to walk home instead of flying home. So actually, I found it really interesting to start doing things on my own again. By going to the movie theater myself, I was able to embrace this mindset of being the best version of myself. And as long as I treat others the way that I want others to treat me, I would feel good about it. For example, when a movie person checked my ticket, I was being like the version of myself that I like. I was like, thank you, have a nice day. And then the guy was like, but then, you know what? It's okay. As long as I don't treat him like that, I'm happy of what I am as a person myself. And that's what's inside my control. Oh my gosh, I'm walking past the cat cafe and I want to go look at some of the cuties. Hello, little cutie. Speaking of being the nicest version of myself, I just realized I just have to please at least myself. I don't have to please anyone else. So another example today would be when I was at the movie theaters. I'm just like sitting by myself. Sometimes I would feel weird that like everyone in the movie theater are like coupled up or like in groups. But today I just like genuinely don't feel much, and I just found a spot for myself. I wasn't being worried that if I spend too much time choosing the seat, if it's gonna be weird or not. I just stood in the walkway for like a long time to find the perfect seat for myself. I took a seat. Then I hear this couple behind me who's talking about the three body problems. Honestly, the topic sounds interesting because I saw the show and I really liked the show. I feel like the old me would just like to listen to it and be like, oh, interesting, they also like it. But then today I was able to turn around and just be like, are you guys talking about the three body problems? I really like it, highly recommend the show. And then I just like turned back. Like I feel like I was able to get the energy of those like extroverted people who can just like strike up a conversation for a little bit and then just like leave it there. So I don't feel like I have to continue the conversation. So yeah, I feel good. Okay, as you can see, my footage just kind of stopped there. It was really abrupt, but to be fair, I didn't really expect it to have edited and published this video when I was filming it. However, it really is interesting to look back at the footage because I realized I was acting quite bipolar in the video. I did have the chance to be prescribed for bipolar medicine, so maybe it's time to contact that psychiatrist again. I digress. Looking back at these footages also reminds me that healing isn't linear, and sometimes I might take 2 steps forward but then I get slip back 5 steps when I get triggered. Maybe I just have to accept that and slowly recover, as time can ultimately heal everything. This was definitely my lowest point in September when I was still mourning over the friendship that I lost, and I was trying to use more and more work to try to fill up that void, hence the theater project that I was working on in the video. Retrospectively speaking, I'm still very glad that I did join the theater project. I always have a passion in theater no matter what the role is, and this was actually the first time that I got paid for participating in a project like this, which I did not know when I joined the project. Maybe having a passion and a hobby that I can always go back to is ultimately what can keep me moving forward. Anyways, let me know how you think of the video. This is my first time attempting to make a vlog from start to finish, so any feedback will be extremely helpful. If you like my content, please be sure to subscribe, as I will try to post videos on a bi-weekly basis. Sending lots of love. Bye!